We are back with big news from the NFL broadcasting front. On Thursday, our beloved National Football League announced that it had signed a long-term agreement with media partners Amazon, CBS, ESPN and ABC, Fox, and NBC for the distribution of NFL games. Here to tell us about this exciting deal is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of NFL Media, a terror at safety back in the Ivy League, and a member of the Cap and Gown Club, Mr. Hans Schroeder. Good morning, Hans.
Hey! Well, hey, morning, team. How you doing? I see Schrager's out on vacation again, so things are normal on a Monday, huh?
Yeah, as usual. And the show hasn't missed a beat. Do that what you will. Hans, one of the highlights of this new media deal is the involvement of streaming services, obviously. What can you tell us about the changes specifically to Thursday Night Football?
No, happy to, Kyle, and thanks for having me. We're really excited, and Amazon obviously is the new partner here, and what they're going to bring from a distribution platform and reach on the digital side is really incredibly unique, and we're excited. They've been our partner now for a couple years on the Thursday Night Football with the TriCast model, where they've been really the streaming partner in addition to Fox. Going forward, they'll have the exclusive rights for Thursday Night Football, and Amazon Prime will be your home for all 15 games across Thursday Night Football throughout the season. But, you know, Amazon's leading on the digital front, but all our partners are really making incredible efforts. And one of the exciting things, if you're a fan at home, is the new ways you'll be able to access and reach our content. You know, it's no longer just about being on TV. That's still really important to our strategy. There's still incredibly broad reach through the television platform, but all our partners, whether it's Peacock with NBC or Tubi with Fox or ESPN Plus or Paramount Plus, all our partners are investing incredibly in really building out digital platforms that if you're a fan, you'll have more choice and options to get your games than ever before. So that was really one of the heart of the deals and the core of things that we were focused on, is making sure as we look for the next decade and think about how fans are going to access the content and access games, they have as wide a selection, a wide an array as we can offer them.
No doubt about it. So many ways to consume the product of the NFL. Now, streaming is just one example of how the NFL is keeping up with the latest trends. Why is it important for the NFL, right? We're the NFL. Everybody watches us. But why is it important for the NFL to keep up with the ever-changing habits of football fans?
Look, we are the NFL, but we also know our fans are continuing to change and evolve how and where they want to engage with our content, on what screens they want to watch on. These deals are really the latest step of a series of moves we made over the last decade to increase choice and increase options, whether it was adding games on the phone, whether it was some of the megacast and unique experiences we put our toe in the water with last year over the playoffs and wild card weekend, which Nate, you were a big part of with Nickelodeon. We know our fans increasingly are looking to different screens, particularly different parts of our fan base, where they want a game on a phone or they want a game on a computer, and many still want to get it through their TV. And so adding that choice and adding that breadth of availability across screens, but also you'll see a big point of focus for us is really expanding the type of content and the type of game experiences we offer. And so what we did last year around Nickelodeon, or what ESPN did with their megacast, I think that'll be the heart, and you'll see a lot more of those type experiences as we move forward. Again, trying to give our fan a different selection to engage with our games in the way they're going to best enjoy it.
Hans, one of our favorite events of the offseason is schedule release day, where we immediately look at the primetime matchups. How does this new deal impact flexible games so fans can see more of the best possible games in primetime?
So, Tom, across the deals, there'll be a lot more flexibility with how we schedule our games. Today you see that a little bit with Sunday Night Football, where we have the ability to change games and change matchups as we get late in the year. And so as we thought about it, it starts certainly with making sure the games are widely available, but then as important, and everything comes back and really starts with the game itself. And a core area of focus for us was, how do we get the best games into the best windows with the widest reach, so that fan at home, no matter where they're sitting, has the best game in any particular time of the week. And so, you'll continue to see us use flex selectively on Sunday night. You'll continue to see us do what we've done the last couple years with NFL Network, where those late season Saturday games, we've added a flexible element there where we list a number of games as TBD, and then as we get later into the year and teams have played their way into a national window and we've selected those games as we get closer to those Saturdays. And then you'll see that extend on a Monday night as well with flexible scheduling for Monday night, again in that run to the playoff time period, which will really culminate on week, the last weekend of the season, where we're adding 2 Saturday games, really at that play-in concept to play into the playoffs and trying to make that really a pillar of the end of the season and the start of the playoffs almost with that last week. And so we'll start with the Saturday doubleheader with 2 games that are playoff impactful and will impact, the rest of the playoff dynamics that we'll schedule, and we'll schedule really all of the last week 6 days out to make sure each of those games with the biggest implications, with the biggest impact, are each going into the best windows throughout that last weekend.
Speaking of flexibility, CBS's Nickelodeon broadcast of the wild card game was a huge hit, in part, as you noted, Hans, because of our great teammate Nate here. Should we be expecting more of these alternate broadcasts which really promote fan interactivity as we look ahead to the coming seasons?
Absolutely, Kim. That was a key part of not just expanding the reach and the type of in the variety of screens you'll be able to access our content on, but the type of experiences. And so you see it there, and some of the slime and the fun we had with Nick and the great job Nate and team did there. As we look forward and across our partners, I think you'll definitely see more of those type experiences across the season, across playoffs, even extending into the Super Bowl. We're excited. Our partners are incredibly creative. They have a ton of great ideas about how to continue to evolve and make the game experiences as interesting as it can be and as engaging as it can be. And so whether you're a 5-6-year-old kid or you're somebody that has a different view of sort of how you want to engage, and not just sort of the types of content, but you'll see more games in Spanish language across different platforms throughout the year as well, which is another big effort for us to try to make sure we're reaching and engaging that growing part of this country and growing part of our fan base. So, across all games, I think you'll see a bigger and increased focus on that variety of experiences and really trying to reach fans in the way that's going to be most engaging to them.
Muy bien. Now let's talk about the big game. Let's talk about the big picture, macro. All right, so how does this new deal dictate which networks will actually have rights to broadcast the Super Bowl in the coming years? Because that's what everybody wants to know.
Yeah, look, obviously that's the culminating event of our season, and there was a ton of interest, obviously, and probably the biggest event on the sports calendar, if not the media calendar across the world every year. So as we think about that next deal and the next cycle, it'll continue to have CBS, NBC, and Fox each airing games, and the new partner to the mix will be welcoming back ABC and ESPN, who haven't been in the Super Bowl mix now for a little bit, but they'll be back and they'll have Super Bowls, and it'll be a rotational aspect and approach as we look over the term of the deal. Those partners will cycle through and bring their own creativity, their own flavor, their own uniqueness with how they present that game in such an incredible way. But we're super excited in how all our partners really make that event what it is, and we're really excited to bring ABC and ESPN and Disney back into the fold and be part of that Super Bowl mix going forward.
We're excited too. And what game day innovation broadcast would you like to see from the NFL? Will certainly comprise many off-season Good Morning Football segments, as we're talking about you all year long. There's
how about more of this group?
Hey, this is a great group. Tom, Kim,
exactly.
I don't take vacations.
Get this group going. Yeah.
We will get this group going, we hope. And listen, there's few things people care about in America more than how and when they watch their football. So thank you for explaining it. This is great. We're all excited. Hans, you're the best.
All right, thanks, guys. Doing a great job. Keep it up. Good to be with you.
You too, man.
Thank you.
You too.
Thanks so much.